What's up? Welcome back to MultiVersus, where the Peepolorians. I'm Lujack.
I'm Taylor.
Little Nightmares 2 is on sale on Steam. That's
What is?
Nah, my phone just notified me that Little Nightmares 2 is on Steam, which would be great.
Well, put it
if
on silent when you're streaming.
Well, no, it is on
Excuse me.
silent. I was just clearing out notifications and it popped up. That's gonna date this stream. I was trying to.
It's gonna be on sale 10 years from now.
Wait, I was trying to pull up the Twitch stream. That's why I had my phone on. No, I thought you were on silent. Shush.
Okay, it says that Twitch has an update for mobile.
What?
I love whenever there's like a leak of like, I don't know, like some kind of like corporate information or like facility or whatever, and like you look at the article and it's like, it seems that the leak happened when someone at the the factory or whatever clicked an email that said like, dude, check this out with the unread, like with a hyperlink on it. Like,
as you do.
It's like, it's always the same, like very basic social engineering where someone's like, hey, check, like just a random email saying, hey, check this out, with a link that you don't even like, you didn't even like right click to see if it was to a Rickroll or whatever.
Right.
Oh man, I feel like Rickrolling really taught a whole generation of people how to like the very basics of like internet safety, at least like one of the levels of it.
Right. I started playing Assassin's Creed 3 again, and holy shit, I forgot how long you spent as Hatham in the game. Like, I'm 5.4 hours into the game right now, and I'm still Hatham. And you know, I gotta say, playing this game again is reminding me why I loved Hatham as a villain so much in Assassin's Creed. But I also really want to get my Tomahawk, because the Tomahawk is the coolest part of Assassin's Creed 3.
Wait, hold on. You don't start with that thing?
No, you start as Hatham, and then when you get to Connor, he's a kid, and his name's not Connor yet. I think it's like Radon Hangadon or something. Sorry if I butchered that, but
whenever I hear the name Connor, I imagine it in the what's his name from Detroit. He's the voice of Mr.
I'm
Krabs.
Connor. I'm the assassin sent by the Brotherhood.
Connor, have you been sent by the assassins to join the Brotherhood?
Connor, we got some targets to assassinate. Hey, it's Jenny says, sup y'all, what's going on, Jenny?
Hey, what's up? Oh, wait, hold on.
An excellent choice.
I still have a bit of a cough. I am recovering from the Rona. Luckily,
damn right, he got tickets to the Backstreet Boys concert.
Yeah, I got tickets to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Shout out to Game Grumps.
Shout out to Game Grumps. You know what? I'm not. I feel like if I'm playing Velma, I should probably. If I'm playing Velma, I'm not gonna. I shouldn't use the perks, unless it's on the second round.
Why?
Just thinking it feels a little unsportsmanlike to use like my main. I should use perks on when I'm playing the characters that I don't really know how to play.
If you say so, dude. Jenny says, oi boyo, time to assassinate. It's time to do some assassinating.
I've been playing. Excuse me. I need a cough drop. I'll have to do that between rounds. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, which I also have and will play after the third one, but we're both in an Assassin's Creed kick right now.
It's a cool game.
Yeah.
Although I feel like we play the fundamentals the same, but I feel like we don't do the collectibles the same way.
I don't think we do.
I'm all about those collectibles.
I am not about those collectibles.
Oh, okay. It turned into a PowerPoint presentation for a second there.
I'm too ADHD for collectibles. Like collectibles.
Yeah, they gotta turn collectibles into cutscenes.
Yeah, collectibles.
Oh, I love when fast learner. I love when fast learner actually works, because you. Oh, that combo was so spicy. Ice.
Oh shit. Hey, listen.
Did anyone get the number of
I'm charging up a sandwich.
Hey, I'll try to keep them off you.
Incoming sandwich.
They respect it. One of them did.
One of them did.
Okay, they earned that.
Well, I guess nobody's perfect.
They can keep them off you. No! Punished. There. I just realized I need to get closer. I'm so used to doing ranged damage that I'm not punishing them for combos.
Shit? That was awesome.
I did. Narrowly though, I'm keeping my eyes open. Charging up. There we go, double combo. Oh, okay, yeah. We got this.
Oh my god, we're doing good.
Oh, punish that combo, dude. Oh, ow. There we go. And nobody's ready for that, the mid-air diagonal. Yeet!
Charging up another sandwich. Incoming
Come on, what was that?
sandwich.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
match point? Red team.
Point.
That's so genius.
Remember, you can switch up. Whoa. Let him spike you.
It's close.
Just realize I'm probably like I need to make sure that I'm not just stealing damage from you by doing combos when you're about to hit.
No, you're fine. Just
To be
keep
there
hitting
to
things.
keep you from getting comboed. There we go.
Fuck.
Ah,
Damn it. My bad.
that's that's one of my favorite things is when you're working as a team and you can punish a combo. Like when I say that, I mean like if an enemy combos you, and I hit them while they're in the middle of that, it's a punish.
Yeah. Hey, so, yeah, that's good stuff. Back
hold on,
to
my
the, thing about video game collectibles. Video game collectibles are one of those things where,
I
like,
believe you may know
it's
nephew.
my ADHD battling out against my OCD. You know, my OCD wants to collect all the collectibles, but my ADHD is like, oh, what's over there? Every time I try to do a side quest. So, like, I got burnt out on them as like, I think when I was younger, I tried to do side quests, and then I tried to do trophy hunting in Uncharted and realized how, like, impossible it was, and just, that was when I kind of gave up on collectibles altogether. Like, I only went out of the way for collectibles at that point if I felt like I was actually getting something out of it. Like, you know, Red Dead 2, where every side quest feels like a part of Arthur's character growth.
Yeah, I think that's whoa. And that's heavily supported by the cutscenes. I feel like cutscenes really help with the whole ADHD thing. Like, on the other end of the spectrum, you have a decent example. Like, a lot of online games, they won't have cutscenes. Like, you'll go up to someone and it'll be like a little bit of a text and be like, here's a quest. And that drives me nuts because I'm like, you could take like a game that you could take a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, where the concept is really cool, and the enemies are really cool, and the mechanics are cool. But if you took out the cutscenes, the voice acting, the character and face acting and stuff, it would kind of suck.
Right.
You wouldn't have that you wouldn't actually connect with the characters when they're not like animated, they're not moving around.
It's like when you had Metal Gear Solid 4 that had all the beautiful cinematics that went on way too long, and then you had Metal Gear Solid 5 that had like no cinematics.
Yeah, that was weird.
You know, you miss a lot without the cinematics.
You got a bruise, pal.
Oh!
Aha! Still alive. I got a sandwich. Here, have a sandwich.
What? Oh, thank you for that.
Hell yeah! Oh, damn, that was awesome. Oh, that was less
Huntington.
awesome. That was not even a little bit awesome. Charging up another sandwich!
Where they don't belong.
Zoinks!
Did I just like? Oh, they bounced me, but still, he's at 150 damage. Here we go. Getting good at edge guarding. Bring up.
Match point. Blue team.
Ah,
this.
fuck! How did I fuck
Four
that
trades.
up?
Get
All I
spiked.
had to do
Go,
was
get
spike.
spiked.
It was right there.
Match point. Red team.
It wasn't even that high damage. Dishonored my whole plan with that.
Dishonor on your cat. God damn it.
Usually, my internet seems to just decide. Okay, there we go.
Fuck you and your cow.
There. Just gonna keep. Was gonna say I'm gonna keep jumping in and punishing combos. Come on, internet! Come on! There we go.
Victory.
That was awesome. Oh my god.
Just gonna walk off. Come on, internet! Plug directly into the wall. How are you struggling so bad?
Ah, Finn's leaving. They don't want a tie break. Come on, you're not gonna. Oh, you're gonna.
Oh,
leave
we
us
didn't. I don't think we
hanging.
mentioned this. I don't think we mentioned this on the last episode thing, but we tried out a bit of Overwatch 2 the other day,
Your character.
and
Which is not a sequel, by the way.
I mean, yeah,
I
straight
don't
up.
care how much you try to pass it off as a
Man,
sequel,
there's
Blizzard.
still no
It's
adventure
not.
mode. What the hell?
You don't even have PvE out yet, and you're trying to pass this off as a sequel? Fuck off.
No one should pay money for this.
Don't
Blue Jack and I
pay.
didn't have to pay money for this because we already had the original Overwatch,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny because I'm like, I'm glad they did that, but also it feels really funny because it's like, like it's a good move, but it's really funny in the sense that like, what's the word? Like, oh, we're here and we have all the characters and we didn't have to pay for it because we had the original.
Right.
And it's like it feels earned, but on an you know, in an ideal setting, I would pay $50 if this was like an actual new game.
Yeah, if this were an
It
actual
feels-
new game with the PvE mode that like was already there, I would pay extra money for it. Absolutely, if it was actually a sequel. But this is not a sequel; it's an expansion.
Yeah, this is like it's kind of like if like Splatoon the Octo expansion, if like that was advertised as you know Splatoon 3. Oh well.
I will say I
mean,
love
what kind is
every new hero they've released. Sojourn is great. Junker Queen is great. Kiriko is great. I love all of them. I've been playing the fuck out of them, like a lot. But this is not a sequel. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue what you were going to say, because you were originally going to say something.
Let's see here. Man, it's really hard for me to pick another like support man. Actually, wait. Why is Steven Universe like 3,000? What the heck?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna play Garnet.
Garnet.
Garnet. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Overwatch 2?
My thoughts are basically Overwatch 2 is not a new game. It won't be a new game until they add like an actual new thing to it. It feels like they added a bunch of skins, but they're using the old maps and the old characters, and it's like, how did they just like?
I do like
forget
the
to
new
make
push mode.
the next game.
I do like the new push.
Oh yeah,
maps.
that is new, isn't it?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. They
But,
got
like,
rid
that
of
is-
the
that's so
2CP
wild.
and added the push maps in place of them.
I need to look into the eyes of whoever is working on, whoever's running Overwatch 2 and be like, guys, people are still playing Left 4 Dead 2 right now. You can't compete with the game that came out, with like a team-based game that came out like 20 years ago. I need you just find someone who's way more excited about this game and just like retire, and I'll hire them instead.
Right?
So I feel like, yeah, and it's so frustrating because Overwatch has so much room. Like, it has the mechanics, like.
And it feels good to play, like when you can actually
Yeah, it's
get
fun
into
to play.
a
That's
game. And when you're not matched up against like 5 people who outrank you by like 1 billion, like I swear, at least half of my matches, I end up in a team that's barely getting 1 or 2 kills, and we're up against people that are racking up like 20 kills each. Like even with a Mercy, and I'm like, why are we paired with these guys? We have no business being against these guys. They outrank us by like 9,000. Why are we in this lobby?
That's actually one of my theories. I have a theory that the matchmaking system isn't supposed to put players with like similar like skill totals or whatever in the same server. It's supposed to make it that you win half of your rounds. So if you're doing really well, it'll balance by putting you either against more difficult people or in worse teams on purpose.
Right?
Which is why you end up with, because it's not just like, oh, it's annoying when I feel like I'm in a round and like everyone is goofing around. It also kind of sucks if it's me and Lujack and 3 people, and those 3 people are carrying like extremely hard, and the enemy team just kind of like is lousy. It's like, well, it doesn't feel like we're earning this.
Yeah, right? It's like, just, things don't feel right. Ah, man.
I feel like there's you know what we gotta play when it comes out?
What?
Dark Tide.
Dark what?
Tide, the Warhammer 40k imaging. And it's because
I haven't really...
I never played I literally don't know how to play Rain Dog, so I'm just making this up as I go. Oh, what the heck? I could turn into a ball?
Oh yeah, I feel like I also gotta say, if you're sucking at a character or like a specific character class, look at the scoreboard before you start to think, maybe I just can't play damage characters, because maybe you just got paired off against guys that you shouldn't be fighting. You might actually be good at damage characters.
Yeah, because Lujack and I was like, man, that round was really bad. I don't think I was doing anything. And Lujack's like, yeah, but look at the scoreboard. And it's like, everyone got completely clowned on. And it's like, yeah, you hit like 50% you hit a lot of your shots or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we lost, but apparently Lujack and I were carrying the team by virtue of us just not sucking that bad.
Right? Man, it was insane.
So,
Those gadgets of yours are freaky.
just realized that we're just like a magic animal and a magic lady fighting a couple of gadgeteers.
As you do.
What's funny is that,
just another
like,
Tuesday.
funny though, because when you're morphized, you turn into Rain Dog. So I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm already Rain Dog. Nog seems to have some really wide covering hits, like, not, keep forgetting that I can breathe fire.
I have a rocket punch.
Match point. Red team.
Look out below! Yeah! Haha, still alive!
Blue team. It's not
My internet.
Come on,
Yeah.
we can still win this!
What button do I press to loop you back in?
I don't know! I've never played Rain Dog!
You know, kids these days, they don't know Rain Dog.
They don't know Rain Dog. Jenny says Overwatch 2 is a mess. Yes, it is. You should have picked Mercy. I'm not gonna be Mercy. I actually like playing Mercy.
Continue.
And then Ballin and Kyle popped up and said hello. Hey, Kyle, what's up?
We should play some Overwatch 2 after this, actually.
Yeah,
You need to,
I'm done for some Overwatch.
And that's what drives me nuts is like I think that everything, what's the word? I think that a game should have like a good like environment, like give your brain something to munch on, and then it needs good mechanics to give you something to do.
Wait, you're playing Finn? Hang on. Cancel. Can I cancel? Are you gonna play Finn?
No, it's just that he's in the center of the screen, so.
Wait,
but I
hang
could play
on.
Finn.
What? How is there a counter? It says waiting for other Have you selected a player yet?
No, now I have.
That was
I think
weird.
that was the countdown for. Well, hold on. We got Teriyaki Cat and Epic Unicat.
Nice. I was gonna play Jake, but it wouldn't let me go back, so it was too late.
At least I have the good. Oh, come on. What the heck is going on?
Jenny says loop on them fools. But yeah, Overwatch. It's a mess, but it's fun when it works.
Yeah, and that's what drives me nuts is that like Overwatch has good mechanics. Like it's fun to play it's fun to play, and
It is just
it benefits for being a good. And it benefits, what's the word? They're like strats that like require teamwork. There's a lot of synergy, which I think is really good for a team game that it's very like, you're not really allowed to be selfish, or at least it's way harder to be.
Yeah. Those mechanics make that game, dude.
And so that's why it drives me nuts when I'm like, hey, had about, it's like, I feel like it's, we've got about as many lore updates as, I don't know, Team Fortress 2.
Right?
It's like, oh, what was the last time we saw something animated in Team Fortress 2?
Honestly, I went through all the lore for Team Fortress 2, and I feel like we might actually have more Team Fortress 2 lore than we do Overwatch.
Technically, yes. But like, it kills me that like there was an official Team Fortress. Oh my gosh, come on! I'm playing a game, not a PowerPoint presentation. The heck?
Yeah.
Like someone like downloading like several versions of Avengers Endgame right now, and, like next door. Heck. Oh yeah. That was a good anti-recover. Like they hit it with the rocket.
Rocket time.
I wanted to high-five him. I think they should make Finn's cooldowns a little shorter.
Charge it up a sandwich.
Cooldown.
Have a sandwich.
The issue I have with Finn is that because so much of his power comes from the gimmick that he can run and hit, because it all counts as one move, you can end up getting very easily end up getting what's it called? The attack decay just from playing him like optimally. You don't get that with other characters as much. Ooh, nice.
That was awesome. That fucking ricochet action.
That one stung.
That one stung. I hope it stung, bitch.
Whose goose will become the Dark Knight?
Being Choose Goose is no lark, especially now that I'm turning dark.
Turning dark? Like you're not a lark, you're a goose.
What is it even?
Oh, come on.
What even is a lark?
I think it's the type of bird. It's also like something you do on a whim. Alright, that's enough for me. Oh, it's only 8:20. What the heck?
It is only 8:26. We can't call it yet. It's way too early.
You still there? I unplugged and plugged it back in.
I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, I got. Excuse me. I got one of those things that basically connects my laptop directly into the internets. Mainly I use it so I can use so I can access the VM, have what's the word, and play games at very high quality. Make it rain, dog.
Make it rain, dog.
But for some reason, the internet while playing this game specifically, I don't know. I don't think it's my processor or whatever, because my laptop's running really cool right now. I've got the fan like directly under it, so it's just blasting. It's basically like normally the fan blows the air from the underside to the top side of the laptop. So if I put a fan under it, it's like it has more fan.
Interesting.
But for some reason, it keeps like lagging out, and I don't know what is up with that. It's bizarre.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Jenny says Kitty Gang and Medic owns every Merc soul. Yeah, he does. That's canon. That was in the comic books. Also, Spy is Scout Stad. That's also canon.
Hold on. Is there a like a test range thing? Yeah, there is. I just keep joining your party and immediately not doing it.
Yeah, we could do like a custom game.
I set the resolution scaling to minimum. You should do that. You need to show the camera what it looks like.
Wait, did you just leave
The
my
settings.
party?
Yeah, go to settings. Settings, graphics, and then set resolution scale to best speed.
Why would I do that?
You need to see it, and you need to show the chat what it looks like.
I don't want to. Whoa, what is?
All right, chat. Do you want to see?
Best,
do you want to see the ultra low res?
Best speed?
Best speed, yeah. Like, I don't know, 5%.
Best
so
speed
beautiful.
is the lowest speed. Oh my god! Ow! This actually hurts my eyes. No! Bro, where did you go?
Hold on, how do I join your? Is it that I can send you an invite, but I can't like just join?
I don't know.
So I'm going to run this at ultra low res and see if that helps. Then I'll know for sure that it's a graphics thing on my laptop and not a what do you call it?
That was the worst experience I've ever
issue.
had playing this game, and I have fought Iron Giant multiple times.
Look out, bad.
Iron Giant is not a gun. He's an Acme anvil that falls from the sky. He's a Mario ground pound.
He's a fucking thwomp.
He's a thwomp. I just remembered this. My proposal stands. Player First Games and Warner Bros. That was weird. My my proposal stands. I think they should make a. Still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they should make a skin for Velma that's Silver Tongue. from Doom Patrol.
Yes, I still think
Yeah,
that
the same
should be a
moveset
thing.
because her powers are all like speech based. But then when she calls up the mystery machine, it's the like the little bus thing,
Right?
or it's the Danbulance, Danny the ambulance.
Yeah, that
I'm pretty
would be
sure
cool.
it's called the Danbulance because like, how would you miss that
How
opportunity?
would you not call it the Dambulance? If it's not called the Dambulance, I'm calling it the Dambulance anyway.
The Dambulance.
I got video games to play.
I got video games
Right,
to
charging
play.
up.
Let's get this over with. God. Ah. James, oh shit.
What? Oh, I
James
wasted that heal,
Baxter.
and I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine. Nah. Stretching.
Hey, ice. Here we go. Finished.
James
respect it.
Baxter.
Right, well, Harley's respecting it. They probably read our perks at the start of this round and realized that we do more damage against anyone with the debuff. Why that's so powerful? One thing that I really
that
like
was
about
cool.
this game compared to... Whoa, what the heck? Do I have an explosive on me? Oh, yes I do.
You might.
Oh! Watch out for those Harley... Oh, watch out for those Harley dodges. Oh. Oh. Boarded. Oh, okay, yeah, that was fair.
Red team.
Down for the edge guarding. Try to keep them busy.
I'm gonna skate on them.
Get over here.
I am a skater boy. I'm say see you later, boy.
Oh.
Giddy up, motherfucker.
You gotta hit 1D. Oh, that was...
Ah, that was
Oh,
shameful.
man. It wasn't even like the frame rate that time. That was just me losing.
Yeah, I fell. I should not have.
Rematch.
Yeah, okay.
I'm starting to wonder. I mean, wait, did we win against the double Harleys at one time? Because I remember seeing that and being like, oh, is this like a build? Is this like a build of the game now?
I remember that fight,
Yeah.
and I can't remember if we won it or not.
I remember it being close and that I was very satisfied because I was like, oh, look, we got this far against a gimmick build.
Ah, yeah, that's crazy.
Because the thing is that it was double Harleys and they have a perk. I think what was it like?
Yeah,
Smooth
weren't all
Operator?
their perks about like dodging and just being
Yeah, it
like,
was
fast?
dodge-based perks, which are normally pretty
dodge-based
decent,
perks?
but play as Finn this time. Actually, okay. It was dodge-based perks, but the real like thing was that specifically with Harley, she has the signature perk where she counts as dodging during some of her attacks. So you combine that with a bunch of perks that increase like the dodge window and such, and
Right.
you've got just a very powerful build that doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
Look, these guys have the same what's the word? Horizontally and upward.
Prepare yourself.
Horizontal and upwards.
And I'm not feeling terribly confident because I'm playing Finn. Which honestly, I don't. The thing is, I'm slowly going from. I'm slowly realizing that it's not just that I'm not that good at Finn. It's that I don't really have as many options as Finn.
Man, I want to play Finn and Jake because having watched Adventure Time recently, I've become a huge fan of the show now. But I just can't do Finn. I can do Jake, but I can't do Finn. He's too, I don't know. I don't like his playstyle. Ha! Get out of here,
all
Harley.
right. Lundy is now like on the defensive.
Ah,
Which
shit.
is kind of funny because we're both sword fighters.
Ah, I got a bomb on me. Charging up a sandwich. Incoming. Ah, fuck. Nope. Hang on. Incoming sandwich.
Oh!
Who ordered the beatdown, motherfuckers?
Alright, Lundy's at high damage. I was trying to help by keeping her off your butt while you're recovering.
Ha, ha. Still alive. Still alive.
There.
Charging up a
There.
sandwich. Ha. No!
Ah!
No! No!
Was Lundy still there? Oh, probably
I
because
can't
she's a
believe
tank.
I'm still
She's
alive.
very hard to launch. Oh.
Still alive! Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Oh, the mightiest of high fives. That was the highest of fives.
Match
Only
point.
the highest
Red
of
team.
fives. Hey, get out of here, Wonder Woman. God damn it, Wonder Woman. Hey, Wonder Woman, look at me, I'm a distraction.
Oh, man. No, I said I wasn't. I didn't think Finn was viable, but for some reason, I'm getting a lot of combos off as Finn. Probably because I'm using a lot of just regular combos. Oh, man.
Have a
United.
neutral attack. Ah,
Oh,
damn.
that was fun though. Okay, bye. I never noticed that she skips.
Yeah, she skips. She like skips into
I never
cartwheels.
noticed that.
Wow, it's a so-yo nice show.
Kyle has a Discord. Bro, I'll have to add you. Jenny says, "Dis the cord," and sword on sword action.
Oh yeah. 4 melee ring outs and taunt at the start of. Huh, I don't remember doing that.
Well,
Choose your character.
choose your character.
You know what would be really funny?
Wah.
If they made like a really balanced, really competitively viable character, but it's Slipknot from the first Suicide Squad.
He has the power to
It's like
grapple
he's got
or
such
something.
good. Yeah, he can throw enemies around with his ropes, and he has really good recovers because he can climb anything.
Oh man, you remember Slipknot from Suicide Squad? Don't tell me you don't remember Slipknot from Suicide Squad. You know,
Oh, do you think
the
they'll
one
make
character
a-
who
do you
didn't
think
get a
they'll
title
make a-
card.
Do you think they'll make a excuse me, a Harley skin, but it's that dress from Suicide Squad 2?
Probably.
Or the second. It's weird that it's not Suicide Squad 2. It's the second Suicide Squad movie because they're basically not canon with each other, and the first one, like, we're supposed to sort of pretend it just didn't happen, just because it was embarrassing.
How the hell did Jared Leto become the lead of Morbius?
I don't know.
Like, that's gotta be at least 50% of why the movie failed.
Well, excuse me. Well, honestly, considering that the movie was like put together, if I recall correctly, like the editing team basically made the whole movie the trailer, like, which like normally it's nice to have like those creative intros when you're like doing a heist or whatever, but it's not a heist movie, you know?
Right.
It probably should have been. In fact, I think Suicide Squad would be great for a heist style movie. But like, yeah, it was weird because you were getting like intros throughout the movie. There's some pacing issues. The entire premise is a little goofy because it's supposed to take place in like the what's the word, the Justice League like verse, with the other like recent live action movies, which is so funny to me because I'm like, you like Amanda Waller, like the actress is like straight up doing her best, trying to being like delivering the lines of, yeah, we're gonna what do we do if we run into like a rogue Superman? We'll send a bunch of like naughty, like marginally meta-human people at them. Which is weird because, you know what's actually like extremely ironic?
Wow.
That like what's her name, like Enchantress or whatever, was technically like the one out of the entire squad that actually would be able to counter Superman because she's magic and messes with people's brains.
Imagine Harley Quinn going up against Superman with one of her weird Invinso pills from Injustice.
Oh. I do. I mean, I like the Invincipills exclusively for the purpose of like, this is what makes the fighting game like make any sense.
Yeah, this is why
I
it
think that's
makes
pretty
sense
fair.
in the universe for people to punch each other. This is why Joker can punch Superman.
Which is funny because it's funny because it's sort of like compared that to like Mortal Kombat, because the two like even like overlapped a bit.
Oh yeah.
So you compare
like
that
a
to Mortal
bunch.
Kombat and you're like, you know, there are people in Mortal Kombat who like don't necessarily have superpowers, but they're still going toe to toe with, I don't know, like Kotal Khan is supposed to basically be like a god. Like definitely has enough super strength to just like kill most of any human character in like one hit.
Dude, I actually love Kotal Khan. He's like one of my favorite
Like his whole
characters.
concept. That pun accidental, his whole concept.
Yeah, concept. Yeah, I like Kotal Khan more than Shao Kahn, like as a character. Like he's
Obviously.
just like as a
I feel
character.
Shao
just
Kahn feels more
as
like a
his-
plot point, whereas Kotal Khan is like a whole guy.
Shao Kahn, Kotal
he's
Khan like
got
actually cared
responsibilities.
about his society and wanted there to be like a peaceful coexistence between the realms. He was like actually a
he's got a
political
good gimmick
leader.
to him.
And he has a
got
great
a
gimmick
fun-
going for him.
Yeah, he's got the whole like
He's got like the
Mesoamerican
best. He's got the best gimmick. Kotal Khan is such a cool character.
Ooh, dude, I got the Sonic the Hedgehog roll.
We have ourselves a rabbit hater.
I call it the amethyst roll. Taylor, do you get it?
Don't. Yeah, I was trying to remember how to. Ooh, there we go. Love. I don't even know what that. Whoa.
Oh
heck?
shit. Oh yeah, you can make lightning.
okay.
That's pretty cool. Do
You can
more
just
of
toss
that.
lightning around.
Yeah, just do more of that.
It's that game that has like a zillion crossovers. Brawlhalla, I think it was. Like it
Fortnite?
had Steven Universe. That's everything.
You said a zillion crossovers, and I immediately thought of Fortnite.
Yeah, but I mean like. And then I was gonna say, oh no, I mean like with skins, and then I was like, oh wait, that's also Fortnite.
Yeah.
Pay for that because of how rich you are.
Oh my god, dude, we got this.
I-
We clowning on these chumps.
I was gonna say this was a fun round. I think that was a fun round because like the enemy team was disorganized enough for me to actually like figure out what what Rain Dog does.
Kyle asks, what do you guys think of the new Velma and the new Velma show? I didn't even know that there was a new Velma show.
I saw the trailer and it feels like a bad dream, honestly.
Is it live action or is it animated?
It's animated, and it was so bizarre that it feels like a fan animation where they're like, okay, we'll compromise. We'll make Velma like Indian, but she's also kind of racist. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you ever do that?
What? What is
Like,
the
none of
point?
us wanted that. Literally, no one who likes Velma wanted that.
No one's asking for a racist Velma who's also
Really
ethnic.
looking for our target audience of people who appreciate Velma and.
What
Oh,
the
man.
fuck?
So yeah, it's one of those things that my brain it's one of those things that like my brain can barely accept as real, and then I'm like, yeah, I guess that is, but in a disappointing way. Oh, that reminds me, I have in other
Kyle,
news.
hang on. Kyle says Shaggy is going to be black. You know, I'm not against the idea of a black Shaggy, but it's really hard to picture him not being just a whiny white stoner guy.
Yeah, I just don't
Like if he's a whitey black
uh,
stoner guy, cool. That would be interesting to see.
You know what? It would take someone much more clever than me, and by much more clever, I mean like someone a lot less white than me to figure that one out.
Dude, if we ever get like an adult Scooby-Doo movie, we need to have Shaggy and Scooby sharing a bowl. Like, we need a scene of them just getting fucked
I want
up.
a moment where like the dramatic like thing going on is like they're between like mysteries, right? And Shaggy and Scooby are high, but then a mystery happens and they're still like sort of recovering from it. So it's like a big like drawback that they're working through.
That would be an amazing episode.
Right? And then Velma's like, what is up with you two? he's like, let me be real with you, Velma. I had 2 bowls for breakfast and only one was cereal.
Let me real with you, Velma. I had some brownies, the special kind. They're kicked
Dang
in
it.
right now. I'm a
Dang
little
it, Shaggy!
fucked up.
If you eat that muffin, we're never gonna get off this island.
It's just like Cliff from what is it, Doom Patrol? He's just like, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty fucked up right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty effed up right now. You have to cover your mouth when you do your Cliff impression.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Shaggy.
So wait, shout out to Doom Patrol. Like, there's many reasons to do a shout out to Doom Patrol, but just off the bat, like, shout out to Doom Patrol for not having like such compelling characters that we don't see the faces of for most of the time.
Yeah, so many of them have their faces covered up. But you
I was talking to my
feel
older
their
brother
emotion.
recently, and I was like, I haven't seen the new Halo show, but the first thing that I heard about it was that that Master Chief takes his helmet off like relatively early in the show, and I was like, oh, they shouldn't have done that. Like, especially because like not only is it like kind of a like you could basically lampshade it and be like, Chief, you ever take that helmet off? Not when I'm working. Are you ever not working? No. No, but the thing is, not only do we know, like, we literally had a whole show, The Mandalorian, that like managed to make that work. Like, I was talking to Travis, and he's just like, "What?" But then you wouldn't see wouldn't see the actor's face. Oh, so like The Mandalorian or like, you know, Doom Patrol, where half the main cast has a covered face and it doesn't matter because they're, I don't know, good actors.
Or like any superhero
dialogue.
movie where the final act has to have their mask get torn off so you can see the big superstar's face. Everyone's got to know who the big important person behind the mask is. No, we don't. Can we
actually
stop
be way
having
weirder.
superheroes lose their mask in every superhero movie? It's not dramatic. It's stupid.
I do like when it's kind of damaged so you can see like one eye.
Yeah, that's cool, but not when it's Spider-Man just straight up tearing off his whole mask on a train
put that thing
full of
back on.
people. Like, oh, he's just a boy, no older than my son. We don't
Like
need
how-
that.
You know, if there's one thing we've learned from the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, it's that we've been way more attentive to when characters take off their masks and just.
Yeah, right? They're not COVID safe. You know, Spider-Man's mask is just like covered in layers of anti-germ fabric. Like he can't even catch a cold with his mask on.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
No more
But in
Mr.
the PS4 game, I imagine that being a consideration from what's from Doc Ock, where he's like, Peter, I've learned your secret. You're working along Spider-Man. And he's like, oh man, he caught me. He's like, he interacts with, Peter, he probably interacts with a lot of people every day. You should be sure that his mask has a built-in filtration system, Otherwise, if he gets sick, the whole city's in danger, and it'd be also really bad if he got a bunch of people sick because he's swinging around all day.
Especially if he were to become patient zero for some horrible sickness like, I don't know, COVID or something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like Marvel Zombies.
Oh, that too! Marvel Zombies could be prevented if everyone had like a good mask filtration system.
The thing that messes with me with Marvel Zombies is that like in any setting that's got like superheroes and there's a zombie situation, my first thought is always like, oh hey, where are the robots? Like where's the robot faction? It would be like unaffected. Yeah, because that would be like the first person you'd want on your team is someone who just literally can't get infected.
Yeah.
I want a robot. I want a ghost.
No, man,
I'm pretty sure Sandman can't get infected by Marvel zombies.
Look, here's the thing. You're not allowed to use any of those guys for the final mission of the game because it's your destiny to go and die for the last mission because that's how you're supposed to become the Messiah for the group of people in the. I'm making fun of Fallout if you haven't figured it out by now.
I can't do that because wait a minute, that guy's butt is in the portal. See, I want to do that, but I just don't consider that ending canon. I'm of the opinion because the what was it? It was the Capital Wasteland would have been Fallout 3.
Yeah, because they built in a DLC. They added a DLC to it that made it so that you could have like one of your mutant companions go in instead and not die.
Yeah, you have an ally. There's like a ghoul and a mutant or a super mutant, like especially super mutants who are straight up like immune to like they just like don't even have to worry about it, and it's like, dude, you're smart enough to operate that machine, and you won't, get a die a painful death. Like, it doesn't have to be me, right? If I could send in a robot that operated.
Just send in. Look, we have an Iron Giant. We have a zombie army. We have an Iron Giant.
We have a zombie army, and you can't harm me. I'm gonna play the Dynamite theme on the piano.
Oh my god, you're kind of breaking up. What is going on with your audio right now? What is this audio?
See, I thought it was interruptions from the power, so I unplugged the power, so I just had the internet and I'm running on battery. But that wasn't it either. I'm worried that it's straight up just my internet not being reliable, and that makes me very grumpy.
We got messages. Jenny says, "Zoink, Scoop, this chocolate cake OG is great." Nice. Kyle says, and in this new series, they're going to get rid of Scooby because Scooby is for children. That's what Warner Bros. Said. Warner Bros. Fuck you if that's what you said. Scooby's great. I want an adult show with Scooby.
No, just Tracy Morgan shows up and he's just like, I mean, I don't know what you expected. You can barely get like 8 years out of a Great Dane.
Okay, hang on. Here's what I want to address. Scooby-Doo is for children. Okay, question. Have you read the Scooby Apocalypse comic book?
I haven't.
You could make that an adult show and it would be the best thing ever. It is the only version of Scrappy I've ever seen that I actually loved. Scrappy is good in this comic book. There is
as opposed to like good as an agonist, because the Scrappy in the movie I actually like.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
Scrappy kind of does that. He has that character trope of like the dude who's kind of a bad guy at first but becomes a good guy like over time, kind of like I don't know, Kevin from Ben 10 if he were angrier longer and not like immediately pretty reasonable as an adult. That's one thing that I want to point out about Kevin as an adult. When he's a kid, he's shitty and he's just like, he is upfront shitty. But when he becomes a grown up and like you see him with his shady dealings and being, you know, a criminal dude, because of course he is. He never got a high school education because he's been too busy being a mutated freak for most of his life. So yeah, of course he's a crook. But like when he actually sits down and has a conversation with you, he's pretty reasonable. Like when Ben gets agitated and snaps at Gwen, Kevin turns around and is like, yo man, you need to fucking cool it. Like, it's really cool to see.
Oh man, don't even get... I mean, no, you could get me started because I don't think I have that much to say, but like... Do you ever think Ben looks at Kevin and he's like, hold on, why didn't I get buffed? And then Kevin's just like realizing he's talking aloud. It's like, well, because you didn't work out, dude. It wasn't just like a puberty thing. You have to like, you know, lift things. I lift things all the time. Yeah, when you're in an alien form.
When you're an
it doesn't
alien.
work. Yeah.
You can't
time you have
work
to lift
out in
something heavy.
forms, dude. That's not gonna transmit to human muscle mass when you change back.
There's just an entire plot arc where he keeps modifying the Omnitrix to turn into like himself but buffer.
That could be a filler arc.
Just no. Editor, put in the why isn't it possible like clip, except it's Ben talking to Azimuth. Just why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you bastard?
It should be. Jenny says, time to cyberpunk this Edge Runner, and sounds like a pixel. Kyle says, right, and yes, Scooby Apocalypse. That would be amazing show. And it would be even more awesome day them how try to make it into the old Scooby-Doo art style. Yeah, we should get a Scooby Apocalypse adaptation. How is no one else talking about this comic book? It is a good comic book.
You know what show we should all watch together?
What?
I'm pretty sure you probably watched. Actually, you probably already watched the whole thing, and then I forgot. It was a Mystery Incorporated. It's the more recent Scooby-Doo show that like is sort of the reason why people like. There was like a whole generation that saw original Scooby-Doo, and or the movies or whatever when it was on TV. But like then there was a whole other generation that got into Scooby-Doo from Mystery Inc. And that show, from what I've seen and heard, is actually pretty good.
Wait, is Mystery Inc. the one where they live in, what was it, Crystal Cove or something?
It's the one. It's the one with the sheriff voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah, I watched
"You see
that
this
entire
badge?
show.
You know what it means."
Yeah, I watched that entire series.
You know why I have
and-
this badge? Because it came with the shirt.
Because it came with the shirt. Yeah, I would absolutely be down to rewatch that with you, because I binged through that, and it's a good show, and I would totally watch it again. Mystery Incorporated was fucking great.
But yeah, it's funny. Sorry, I should probably click one of these guys. The funny thing, in my opinion, is that you can look at something and be like, "This would make an amazing show," and then forget that like you'd sort of be telling the same story. Like it's the reason why like, although it would be neat to have a show in like the Last of Us universe or whatever, that would, because like you know people are still hungry for their zombie dramas.
Right.
Yo, we got 2 versions of bugs.
We got bugs and bugs.
Call me an entomologist because we got bugs in here.
God damn.
It's a bug study joke. No, but when I heard like, oh, we have like casting, we've already cast actors for like named characters in the games, and I'm like, those games were like will slide in their own like setting. We know like where they came from and where they went and how it ended up. Like there are characters who are now like already dead. Are you telling like their story again? Are you telling it with a twist? Are we telling like a prequel? like I don't know where they could possibly go with it.
You know what I'm wondering is, are they going to get to a part 2 adaptation at some point with Abby, and how are they going to handle that? Are they going to, you know, wuss out of what happens to Joel because they don't want to enrage people again, or are they going to stick to their guns and be like, no, the whole point is to make you hate this character and then make you understand why she's justified.
I mean, what if they... Hold on. Okay, like the ultimate right, like, complete, like, what's the word? Like the lighter timeline or whatever. I'm just imagining where someone gets the rights to the show and they just give it a different plot where, like, where, what's the word? Like, someone eventually finds the Fireflies. Instead of the Fireflies, like, representing something, they actually exist.
Right.
It's the more I think about it, the weirder it is. Where it's like, well, I guess you could say that the Fireflies represent something. They like represent an ideal, but like they're never there, which is supposed to represent that like they're not around or whatever. I don't know, something like that. But then I'm like, but the thing is, like there isn't, because there's also not a whoa, dang it, they had me charmed.
I don't want to get
Just
charmed.
stepped on the rocket.
Charging up a sandwich.
Keep getting charmed.
Have a sandwich.
Oh, I don't know what the heck that did.
That was awesome.
Why you regret that?
Them's
I don't know what the.
fireworks.
That was embarrassing. I'm sorry.
It happens.
It would. The problem. I feel like trick with oh. Keep getting charmed and it ruins my groove.
Hate it when my groove gets
The
thrown
trick with The
off.
Last of Us though is that like I feel like it's too dour for me to play around with. You know, like if I was gonna write The Last of Us, I would have way more like. I don't know, whimsy. Just a little bit.
Nah, that's not Last of Us. Last of Us is not whimsical. Are you insane?
Look, let me put it like. Let me be real with you for a second. Like, there's like only like 3 people know how to play guitar in the world of Last of Us, and they only play one sad song. That's not realistic. There's gonna be like
Hey,
in
there
the
is
time
that
that society.
one guy at the beginning of Last of Us 2 who's playing on his guitar, who I'm pretty sure is just a actual musician for the game.
Makes sense. Because I was thinking about there's that moment in I do a lot of comparisons to Days Gone, not just as a game, but as like a setting where I'm like,
Days Gone is so good.
yeah, where I'm like, you know, like where man, Days Gone, I feel like Days Gone deserved a drama show without, and you wouldn't even have to be like, oh, this is based on a video game. Just straight up, like, just make it you could just make it a show because it would be new to the people who didn't play the game.
True.
I guess that's my weird weird proposal is like, yeah, well, like I feel like you telling a story that everyone had heard before, and then I look at Days Gone, I'm like, this is a tragedy that like not more people played this game.
Yeah.
And
if you haven't played Days Gone, go play Days Gone. It's
and excuse me, it's wild though because like I'm guessing that like they just didn't market it enough. Because when you think about it, like it came out between Last of Us 1 and 2. People were still hungry for zombie games that were like also very like people focused, like very character driven.
And it's funny because by the time you and I got around to playing it, like we played it at the same time, and it was after it had been out long enough for the bugs to get worked out and whatnot.
Yeah,
so we
which I
weren't
think
around for all of the hate that the game got, just for how like weird it was when it launched. So we were like,
Who was
why
it
do
that-
people shit on this game? And then we looked at old videos and we're like, oh.
I don't remember which. I know it was one of those Japanese game developers who had the quote that's like,
okay, well, what the fuck? That was embarrassing.
who they had a quote that was like what was it? A like rushed game. What was it? Like a rushed game is bad forever or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like a good game can be late or something, but a rush game is bad forever. And that's although excuse me, although that's not necessarily true with updates, it's true when it comes to like people's perception of how the game is, where like it's wild that like
how many people played No Man's Sky when it first came out and missed out on all the amazing shit that came out after? Like when it got updated.
Honestly, my heart
after.
goes out to anyone who played No Man's Sky when it came out, because it wasn't really a complete game. Nowadays, it's a relatively complete game. It's like even got main quests and stuff, which is I think pretty important.
It's like
sure,
one of
there's
the
a lot
most
to
played
do,
games
but
out there now.
I would love to I would love to be like one of those like writer people for the oh, that did not go well. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I knew we could.
Kyle, Jenny says, time to bug you. Haha, Bugs Bunny pun. And then Kyle says, did you know Mystery Inc. was 12 years ago, and on April 5th it will be 10 years since the last episode. Hey, that's neat.
Hey.
Shout out to Mystery
That means that we haven't had
Incorporated.
I do wonder what the most recent Scooby-Doo was, not including the animated movies.
I don't know. But we should go play Overwatch 2 now.
Hold on. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh man. But yeah, everyone at home, please go play Days Gone.
Go play Days Gone.
And,
It's an amazing game.
like, man, and the character arcs happen.
Boozer? Fucking Boozer is the best.
Does anyone not have a character arc in Days Gone?
I don't think a single person has.
I feel like I feel like the only people who don't have character arcs are like a couple of the villains who are like, that's kind of the problem, is that they haven't changed as people. Like the fact that like a random like girl that you save has like a whole arc. Your friend
Where she
Boozer,
like becomes
who
a cultist for a brief period of time, and then
don't spoil it. But yeah, like
oh,
it's
sorry,
great.
sorry.
But, like,
But
it's such a great setup though, because like I pointed this out. I was kind of sassy because I was actually like I was tweeting about Days Gone, and like the guy who like lead developer guy who made Days Gone showed up and was like, yeah, Days Gone is good, or The Last of Us was good, and he's like, don't get me wrong, Last of Us is really good. And I was like, yeah, but what I'm saying though is that it's bizarre that Days Gone wasn't held up as like a spiritual successor or rival to The Last of Us when it came out between the first and second game, and everything that people praise The Last of Us for, as far as like, oh, it has good lore and good graphics and it has good mechanics and it's got like a lot of character work and they use like people's actual faces and actors to do the scenes. I'm like, yes, Days Gone had that, and everyone should have played it.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me
but
of how Titanfall 2 fell to the wayside because it like released alongside Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Oh,
Like Days
so this
Gone
is a
came
Treasure
out
Planet
during
situation.
the Last of Us craze, so I feel like people were way
No, it
too
wasn't
focused
during the Last of Us
on-
craze though. It came out like shortly. It came out like a couple
It
years
came out
after
between the
first Last
two
of Us.
games, didn't it?
Yeah, which means that's the thing though, is that it's not like an opening weekend thing. Like that's why I was saying Treasure Planet. Like Treasure Planet was a really neat concept, but it came out like the same like month as what was it? One of the Harry Potter films, and they had the same like demographic. So if you were going to see one or the other, you'd probably see Harry Potter, and that's what happened. Well, like Days Gone came out like a couple years, like basically a year or two after Last of Us 1 and before Last of Us 2. So if you were still hungry for more, for a game like that, you would have gotten Days Gone. So like it wasn't even competing with with that at the time. Like everyone who had played the game had played it and had time, and then like they just didn't buy it. It's just I'm so sad about it.
I feel
No, the
like
reason
the
why
whole Last of Us fandom should have migrated to Days Gone before Last of Us 2 came out. You know,
right? Like
it should have become like there should be a Days Gone 2 coming out. Like,
honestly, it's kind of like
not.
there's that theory I remember seeing from YouTube about the is it like a fandom train or a fandom? Basically, like a fandom will sort of flow from one IP to the next if they're related. So, like, if you're into I don't know FNAF or whatever, then all the YouTubers who played FNAF also played like Tattletale or whatever, and that if Tattletale was good enough, then it would have been picked up by all those same people, that sort of thing.
Right.
Well, that's why I think like there's this weird gap where it must have been like a lack of advertising and playing, because everyone who liked The Last of Us should have been like, oh, I'm gonna go play it.
You would think.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe it's do you think games need more like secrets and niches and stuff to get people to play them instead of watching them on YouTube? Do you think that's one of the secrets behind it, is that everyone who was interested in it like just watched it and they didn't buy it?
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is Days Gone deserves more love. It is
it really does. I want a Days Gone 2. I think the world deserves a Days Gone 2. I think if we have weirder things have happened. We got Back 4 Blood, which we thought was going to be like the next Left 4 Dead, like kind of was, but then it wasn't. We're gonna get Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2 is coming out, like actually coming out now. What the fuck?
I'm like, wait, so are you building it from the ground up, or is it gonna be weird and like ancient, where it's like, oh yeah, we tried making this in 2014, but oh, we lost the copyright, and then we just buried it in someone's yard, you know?
Man,
look, I'm saying, sorry, I got all distracted because I was gonna mention that there was a movie coming out that made me think of Five Nights at Freddy's, because like the robot horror genre is like evolving. No, that came out a while ago. But there's something. But here's the thing that really got me though, is that it was coming out from Blumhouse.
Yeah.
And Blumhouse is the theater that has that not theater, the studio. Yeah, they're the studio that still supposedly has the rights to FNAF. Like, they're the ones who said they were gonna film in FNAF. There's you can still find their tweet from like 2020 where they're like, oh, we're gonna still filming FNAF this spring. There's like a tweet from specifically like one of their, like, I don't know, a CEO looking guy who was like, yep, the FNAF movie's still gonna be a thing in like 2021. And so the fact that not only have several movies like been written, filmed, and like published from Blumhouse in the time that they supposedly were working on this film, but now they've already made like a robot horror movie that's completely unrelated, which means that it's not that they're not working on it, I guess. It's that everything else they've had on their plate, they just chose instead of it.
Of course.
Like, can you, my guess, honestly, at this point, I was thinking, like, oh, it's not like the studio's fault anymore. This has to be like a creative thing where they probably like got a script from like Scott or something, and they were like, nah, or they got into an argument about it, and Scott was like, well, I don't know, we'll sit on it, and they're just like, they just can't agree on a plot line.
Maybe. Kyle says, I kind of would love to see skins for this game for the new Velma and Shaggy. Sure, I guess.
How would it be different?
And it was Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. Oh, that's the latest show that I think they've had. It's kind of a remake of Scooby-Doo movies, the series. Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, tell you what, if we can't have a sequel to Days Gone, let's give it the respect and the code polish it deserves. Just go to Sony, be like, hey, you know how this is in your like PlayStation Classics or whatever?
Right.
Just make a remake of this thing. You already did a remake of Last of Us.
Make a remake of it and just release it for all platforms, because everyone deserves to play this game.
Release it for every platform just to get more people to see it.
Everyone deserves to play this game.
I want to be able to play this on my slap phone.
Yeah, if you could get this on a smartphone, fucking get it on a smartphone.
My Pear phone.
Make it free. It's just everyone deserves to play this game. I need resolution, LoJack. I need to talk to my therapist about how upset I am about Days Gone. Like, look, they did everything. They followed the rules and they did everything right. Why didn't people love this? It was so good.
I couldn't even people like the best I got. The only details I got was that there was only when it came out there was like a handful of reviews that were like very negative and completely and never mentioned like, oh, this has like lots of character work and this is a lot like The Last of Us and I think you'll enjoy it.
Every character in this game feels like an actual human being. Yes, even the bad guys who don't change, because those are real people who exist.
That's right. Like, that's what gets me is that it's like, oh, we figured out why people would join an apocalypse cult because they're all traumatized from the apocalypse.
Yep. Go figure.
They're both figuratively and literally burning away their past. Like, oh wow, you really like showed
one of
us.
the best scenes is when that girl that you rescue is explaining that, when you're like, dude, what the fuck, why are you here? And she breaks down like just all of the trauma-induced shit that is involved in everything.
Yeah, that's some heavy stuff, and it actually works because like all the humans that we've met are humans.
Such an amazing game.
Yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think it was just advertising where people just didn't know this game existed. It's like OKKO. It's a really good show, but because it wasn't on that many like Cartoon Network time slots, and it doesn't have like that massive sort of pushing fandom like Steven Universe had. Which is funny because like a bunch of the people who worked on Steven Universe worked on OKKO, like Ian Jones Cordy. Anywho, go watch OKKO wherever you can. It deserves some love. It's a legend, and go play Days Gone. It'll make you feel something.
Can we address for a minute how KO is just Ruby's human Sona?
You know. Yes, but we'll have to explain that next time.
All right.
On Peepolorians.
All right.
I think we got a good ramble in there. We gotta go. Wow, that was only like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, man, we gotta go. We gotta call it a night.
Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Rain Dog.
I've been also Rain Dog, I guess.
And I'm reminding you to take care.
Stay awesome.
Go play Days Gone, and it deserves more respect.
And go watch OKKO.
Bye.
Bye.
You know what's wild? On top of everything, like, it's, you know how I say like, oh, everything like Days Gone did a lot of the things